Hello, once again, I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be looking at S3 pre-signed URL. For S3 bucket, the objects that are contained in it are by default private. That means the content of an S3 bucket is only accessible to the owner of the bucket. Because by default, all public access are being disabled. But with pre-signed URLs, you are able to share the content of your S3 bucket with a third party without giving a direct access to the content, to the bucket itself. Assuming you have a couple of files in your bucket, pre-signed URL enables you to share just one of those files with a third party without them having direct access to the bucket or to every other file that are possible, that are available in that bucket. It is usually a temporary access, as when you are creating the pre-signed URL, you will need to state or set the time limit to which the object will be accessible. So, for instance, if you set the time limit to 5 minutes, it means that the third party who has the pre-signed URL will only be able to access the file for 5 minutes. After that, the access will be denied. Also, pre-signed URLs enable you to have a fine-grained permission or a kind of access control on your bucket content. And also, it is best when you want to share private object in your bucket. So without much ado, we are going to jump onto our AWS console and we are going to demonstrate how to create a pre-signed URL. We are going to be doing this in two ways. One, we are going to be doing it using the console, which is the easiest way. And the other one, we are going to be creating the pre-signed URL using the terminal. I don't like to work with command line, but this is very easy and we are going to see it. So we are going to be using the terminal. In this case, we are going to be using AWS CloudShell first, and after that, we will use the AWS console. Now, let's jump onto it. So I'll go to this, my AWS console. I already have S3 at my tab over here, but in your own case, if you don't have it, you can just type S3 and you will select S3. And now we'll go ahead and create a bucket. The name of the bucket has to be unique. So I'll click on create. I'll click on create bucket. I will go with general purpose bucket and I'll call my bucket limited access bucket. I think that should be unique enough. Then I will go with the settings. ACL, that is ACOS, is disabled, and all public access is also blocked. So I will just leave the settings as it is for the purpose of this demo, and I will click on create bucket. So I'll click on create bucket. Oh, it said the bucket and the limit. Okay, the bucket name is not unique. So let me use bucket limited access bucket, limited access, or let me say limited time, limited access bucket. I think this should be fine. Limited access. Yeah, this is better. So I will go ahead now and click create. So the bucket has been created and it's what? Limited time access bucket. So the next thing we're going to do now is I'm going to go into the bucket and upload some files. So I have some files on my desktop. This is a file. The first one here is showing the storage of an Windows EC2 machine, and the other one is showing the console. So we are going to upload these two files. So I will click on the bucket. I will click on upload. Then I will click on add files. Scroll to the file, and I will highlight the both of them, and I will click open. So the two files are here now. I'll just scroll to the bottom and click on upload. So this is uploaded now. You can see these are the two files in the bucket. Now, if we want to access this file as it is, we will not be able to access it because public access is blocked. Let's try what I'm saying. So if I click on this bucket now, okay, and I copy the URL. If I copy the URL of this bucket and I open a browser and I paste the bucket and I click on OK, you can see from here, let me zoom in a little bit. You can see it's what? Access denied because the public access is blocked. So we are going to go back to our bucket now. And we are going to be creating our pre-signed URL to give access to that file. So the first method is to use the CloudShell. So if you go right up here and you click on CloudShell, sometimes it might take a couple of seconds. Now, before we put in the command, let me show you how the command look like. So this is how the command look like. The command says AWS S3, which is the general start of any AWS command. Then we have pre-sign. After pre-sign, we have S3, then the name of the bucket, the name of the file, and the time you want the bucket to be, or the content of the file to be accessible. So we are going to edit this command to suit our own bucket. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy it and duplicate it, or duplicate it here. And so we will go ahead now and edit it. So the first thing is to copy the bucket name and the file name. So there's a way you can copy the both of them together at the same time. So I will go back to my bucket. This is still my CloudShell. I will go back to the bucket now. Time limit. So let me click on the object. This is the object I want to share now. The one above, I will click on it. I should look at it here. The S3 URL is showing the name of the bucket and it's showing the name of the file. So we have to now copy it. I will go back to my command and I will put it right here. So I'll put it right here up to this point and I will paste it. And now the next thing now is we need to what? We need to put the time in seconds. For how long do you want this bucket to be accessible? So I'll just put 60 seconds, which is 1 minute in this case. So now I'm going to copy the whole of the command and I'm going to go to my command line, which is the CloudShell in this case, and I'm going to paste it. So this is the command now. Let's look at it. AWS 3 pre-sign, the name of the bucket. So, and I will click what? Enter. So now a URL has been generated. You can see it, a very long one. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy the URL and let us go to the terminal. I'm going to paste it and click enter. And you can see now we have what? We have the object. Okay, we have what? The object. You can easily access it. Now we're going to wait for 1 minute and I will refresh it. And this access should be denied after 1 minute. So I'm refreshing it, it's still there. Refresh it, it's still there. Just count it down. In 60 seconds, the access to this file will be denied. In 60 seconds, the access to this file will be denied. 60 seconds seems to be long. Okay, I'll continue to refresh it. Okay, you can see now it is now access denied. If I go back to copy the same URL, this is the URL, I'm going to copy it again. Copy it. I'll open another URL, another tab. I'll paste it and click enter. And you can see it is what? Access denied. Because you have given the permission that you can only see this after 1 minute. Now, that is how to do it using the AWS terminal, in CloudShell in this case. You can use your regular terminal if you choose to. Now I'm going to close the CloudShell and I'm going to use the console, which is a very simple one. So in this case, I'm going to be doing that on the second. I'm going to be doing that on the second file in the bucket, which is the one below here. So how you do that? Very simple. All you just need is to pick the file, highlight the file, then go to the Action tab, click on Action, then click on Share with what? Pre-signed URL. And the user interface is very friendly. It's asking you how long. In this case, it's in what? It's in minutes. Don't forget, on the terminal is in seconds. So here, 60 seconds is just 1 minute. So I'm just going to put 1 minute here. If you like, if it is hour, if it is any hour you intend to give the access, then I will click on create pre-signed URL. And if you look at the very top here, it says what? It says a pre-signed URL for this file has been created and copied to your clipboard. That means as it is now, it is already copied, but I always like to copy it. So I'll just come here and copy it, and I will go back to my terminal, to my browser, open another one, place it, I'll click enter, and you can see that is the object. And if we wait for 1 minute, this object will become inaccessible. So this is how you can use a pre-signed URL to easily save file securely. 1, without giving direct access to the bucket. 2, by giving a time-limited access to that file. After 1 minute in this case, this file will no longer be needed. And this is very important, and it helps you to efficiently manage the content of your S3 bucket. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please kindly subscribe, click like and comment on the video. I will love to see your reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Before we go, let us refresh this and see it is now access denied because the 1 minute has lapsed. Thank you, and see you in the next video.